you are in the UK and the elections in the United Kingdom will hold sometime in May.
Right.
Can you compare, if you were to compare the build-up to the elections in May and the build-up here? We're talking religion, how religions come to play such a major role in Nigerian politics. How would you say it plays out over there?
Right. Well, it's a huge disparity if you look at the cultural and the geographic context, between the UK and Nigeria. But for the benefit of this conversation, I'd say the difference is in, at the risk of repeating the same thing that has been said before, issues. So here you don't hear the Muslim Christian ticket or religion per se. You're hearing things like, what are you doing about the NHS? What are you doing about healthcare? What are you doing about the economy, about the debt crisis, about, bigger things? Now, that's not to say that religion is not an issue. Maybe it's a bit more subtle, it's not in your face, because you have the Anglicans, for instance, leaning more towards the Conservatives, towards the Tories. You have the Catholics leaning towards Labour. Yes, it's there, but it doesn't define the direction the elections go, per se. Like last week, it was last week, the Archbishop of Canterbury, took on David Cameron and was lamenting about inequality and poverty. And they've even come up with a recent publication, the Church of England, about inequality and poverty. So yes, you have these issues and the church wading into these affairs. But then that's not what the conversations are about. And I tell you, it's really, the campaigning is really hot. Different parties from Labour to Conservative to Lib Dems, all trying to sell themselves. And there's something I'd say in trying to draw a similarity. There's some sort of a voter, a citizen disconnect and disenchantment with politics across board. It could be water in Nigeria, electricity or insecurity. Here it is healthcare, it is inequality. But you see, the point is, people across board are tired. You see what happened in Greece. People across board are tired about elusive promises. They want tangible things, not just mere rhetorics, not just promises, but they want what you can do for them, that would work. And here it's really a hard time for politicians, trying to go the extra mile to convince their various parties, to convince their various constituencies that they can do and bring something new to the table. And that's the issue, really, not religion like we have it in Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, Doris. I do hope we'll get back to you real quick on this one. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our correspondent, Doris Odenwa, or Kemwa, speaking to us live from the United Kingdom via Skype. We told you that we could have you join the conversation via Skype and Twitter handles. We could also let you know that our Eyewitness platform is also there for you. Send us pictures of what's happening around you, the campaigning, the activities, the political activities, everything happening around you. Let's have it on our Eyewitness platform. We'd like to see what's going on around you. We'll take another break, and when we'll come back, we'll tidy up our conversations from the studio. Please join us again.
You see, life has just got easier. You stay connected to Channels TV, where news and innovations are shaping our world. Simply log on to channelstv.com to get the breaking news. Browse the homepage according to what matters to you. Tap on the extended coverage of business, sports, politics, lifestyle, infotech, entertainment, health, world news, and lots more. Click on the live link and see the news in real time. Do you want to watch the latest video of the day? It's just a click away. Friend us on Facebook, YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Google+, participate in Channels TV poll, and share your comments. It's a website you can talk to. Your voice will be heard. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips.
Okay, from Thompson, from Doris Okenwa in the United Kingdom, we're back here in Nigeria. We want to hear from Ini Thompson as she tells us what's happening around the country. Ini.
Thank you so much, Neil. Good evening. The campaign Campaigns are still going on and even expanding. No party is lagging behind. Candidates are still being unveiled, and some parties are looking to adopt candidates that they believe suit their vision. Commercial activities and in fact every other activity came to a halt when the All Progressives Congress took its rally to Gusau, the capital of Zamfara State. The candidate, Abdulaziz Yari, maximized the opportunity by having a face-to-face socialization with his supporters. Meanwhile, the All Progressive Grand Alliance has taken its campaign to Ogun State in the southwest. Party leaders Victor May and the governor of Anambra State, Willie Obianu, led the train as they brought supporters up to speed on activities of the party and then endorsed their governorship candidate.
For the glory of God, we never help you over the symbol of success. Go and win the election. Thank you. In the coming election, it is where the big symbol of APGA. That's why you put your thumbprint to mark the fact that you have elected one of your own. In terms of education, character and learning, and a good, God-fearing man to redeem Ogun State, and APGA has come calling. APGA is now the party that has come to offer that opportunity.
And the candidate says he is sure of victory.
Come 28th of February,
Labour Party is asking for continuity in Ondo State. Party leaders led supporters in an exciting outing for Governor Olusegun Mimiko.
And in fact, she has succeeded.
While the Social Democratic Party has declared that presently it has no presidential candidate, but this status will soon change as they intend to adopt any of the presidential candidates, but this will be after considering some factors.
We have been unable to field a presidential candidate for the forthcoming election. We have therefore decided to set up a committee to advise the party on which, if any, of the presidential candidates the party should support, based on the following considerations. 1, faithful implementation of the report of the National Conference 2014 as a basis for restructuring Nigeria. 2, intensification of efforts, military and otherwise, to defeat insurgency in the northeastern zone of Nigeria, and also establishment of security throughout the country. 3, adoption of a policy of zero tolerance for corruption.
This could be one opportunity for one of the parties with presidential candidates to increase their vote by winning the SDP over.
Presidential candidate for the forthcoming election.
The clock is ticking, the time is getting closer, but before the decision day, politicians work to win as many Nigerians as possible. Back to you, Nelta.
Thank you, Neil Thompson. Now we come back to the studio here where our panelists will give us their final word. We're almost out of time. Gentlemen, what role can the religious leaders, we don't have time, so it has to be real short and sharp. What can the religious leaders do to curb violence, to ensure these elections go smoothly?
Religious leaders should stop promoting hate. It is reckless and irresponsible for someone that is called a man of God to say, when you see somebody who looks like them, kill them, spill their blood, or to threaten to open the gate of hell. This is irresponsible. And it should not be the role of religious leaders. Religious leaders should stop the hate, promote healing, recognize the fact that they will be called to account for the enormous power they have on people. It is not for them to amass wealth, to take big envelopes from Aso Rock.
Okay, that's a lot.
Well, in a nutshell, if we are going to survive the months ahead, I want to speak from the Christian perspective in terms of Christian leadership. Some of the things we can do. Number one, we need to focus attention on corruption. We are not going to be able to win the war against Boko Haram as long as corruption continues to increase. That's number one. Number two, Christian leadership must help Nigeria to realize three things. Number one, two can never work together except there's an agreement. We must forge an agreement acceptable to everybody. Number two, if the foundations are removed, there's nothing anybody can do. We need to revisit the foundations of Nigeria. Number three, a lie after 100 years will remain a lie. So what must responsible Christian leadership do? We need to introduce what I call non-violence and emphasize NVC, non-violent communication. We must set the standard that no matter where you come from, no matter who you are voting for, we must respect that non-violence is the answer, and non-violent communication. The nation has to be educated about it.
All right, thank you so much. Pastor Ladi Thompson, founder of the Living Waters Unlimited Church, and Imam Rahman Ahmed, Chief Missioner of Ansar-Deen Society. Thank you for coming. And for you at home, thank you for letting us be a part of your evening. All those that are sent in their comments and tweets, we want to thank you. There were quite a number of comments and tweets here, but, well, I've been told that we have to end here. But do know that we'll be back with you again, same time, 8 p.m. on Monday. Nigeria 2015 studios will open. Good night. I'm Neo Tiger.